The fights that should have been made, you know what I mean? That aren't getting made, let me tell you. And it'll sound somewhat critical, but it's the truth. Jon Jones Aspinall should have been made, right? So that's an example that proves Darren's point.
But do you think Jon Jones is dragging that out, though, or do you think that's Dana White's fault? If you were to put blame, who do you put blame on?
I put blame on Dana White for not taking no for an answer and like letting his pride get in the way of Tom Aspinall's career. To be honest with you, I believe Dana White made the promise, and he's such like an egotistical guy sometimes about like keeping his word and his fucking image in the media about promising things and then like, you know what I'm saying? And it's actually messing with Tom's fucking career. That's what's really frustrating me, because I feel like Dana White could tomorrow say, fine, Jon, title, we're taking it off you. When you want to come back, guarantee you a title shot, just like he's doing with fucking all these other guys.
Yeah.
But he's not doing that. Yeah. So it's like Dana's fault more than Jon Jones. Jon Jones says he doesn't want to fight.
Yeah. I'm over here sipping on coconut, talking about when you gonna fight.
How are you, bro?
Everything is fine, my friend.
You doing good, my man. I'm excited to see you again.
You know, John, but you are still active. 10 years left, but you are still active.
He said you got 10 years left, but you're still active.
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
He got a little girl. He was like, oh.
Take the belt off Jon Jones. Promise him the title fight when he comes back. End of story there. Now, you give Tom Aspinall his fucking belt, or you let him fight for the vacant title against Cyril Gahn. But I'm pretty sure if you're interim and then the guy gets relinquished, you become undisputed and you can defend it against Cyril Gahn. So that's what I believe should happen here. And I blame Dana White for not making that happen, because the only reason why he wouldn't is because he wants to fulfill a promise that nobody fucking cares about anymore. I'm not going to watch Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall out of fucking spite in about a week.
Oh,
how about that? Dana, fucking, you're about to have to oil up in a week, because 7 days from now, I won't watch Jon Jones Aspinall out of spite. You got 7 days to book it.
Boycotting.
Or I'm done with it. We got fucking Jon Jones on a fucking moped in Thailand, grabbing on some guy's fucking like pigtails on the back of his hair. No Diddy.
Залику вже взяв свою команду Джонса.
So, on my command here, my team has global.
Like, what the hell is going on here?
Talk about he's living the best life, that you just living it up.
I got people in the chat calling me a duck. Meanwhile, I'm living my absolute best life. I don't know if it's considered ducking when you're living good. I don't think it works like that.
It's like, yeah, go ahead and live your best life, Jon. Now let go of the fucking title. If Dana's not going to force you to, why don't you be nice enough and just let it go at this point? We know, like, doesn't that sound like the best idea? Just guarantee Jon the title fight when he comes back. It's the same build-up. And he's going to fucking come back.
Yeah.
It's just like, you got to force his hand a little bit, or else this guy right now, because Jon is just asking for like $15-20 million. So say, no, sorry, belt's mine.
How long and how many months are we going on here now? Since November?
Honestly, I can't even remember. I don't know when he fought Stipe.
I think it was Madison Square Garden, November.
Okay, so
December,
not many. It's only been like 6 months. It hasn't been a long time.
But still, even if they announce it, like you said, they're not going. We know they're not going to announce it in a week.
Well, these are the stipulations too, because Jon's doing a reality show. Jon wants 3 months. Yes, in Thailand, he's doing a reality show with Nate Diaz, Ultimate Fighter runoff, Russian style.
Why?
The same thing Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan just did in Russia. That just ended. They're filming a new season with Jon Jones and Nate Diaz. That's why Jon Jones was on the back of a moped with some guy in Thailand. No Diddy.
Is that for the UFC?
No.
I don't know what the now. That's a whole now. Yeah.
That's where he said, "I'm enjoying my life. I'm living my best life," because everybody's talking shit.
I thought he was on. I thought he was on vacation.
No, everybody's talking. Not that he's on vacation. They're like, "Why the fuck?" Exactly your reaction, your raw reaction, is what everybody commented when they found out he was doing this, and that's why he went live saying, "Everybody's calling me a duck, but I'm just living my best life." So there you go. Makes sense now.
Makes total sense. Fuck him.
And so that's why he should be fucking stripped at this point. Because on top of what he's doing there's another stipulation he put out. Like, I want 3 months to train from the date the fight is announced. So that means all this, like, he's got another month delay before he can even think about getting the fight announced. Then 3 months from now it has to happen. Bro, we're talking like November, December again.
Pretty much at this point, yeah.
And the problem is, sure, that's only a year on Jon's calendar, and I get that. And maybe he can be selfish if he wants to. But the problem is that Tom Aspinall's been out, bro, since before Jon fought. So it's just a long-ass fucking time for Tom.
Yeah.
What should have happened? Tom should have fought like last month. Tom should have had a fight booked beginning of this year. You know what I mean? Just as a stipulation to perfect idea. You book Tom Aspinall a fight as a stipulation that Jon Jones won't take the further date. But you get this shit rolling. You say, Jon, I don't give a fuck that you're in Thailand doing some bullshit Ultimate Fighter runoff. Here's the date, December 16th. And if you don't take that, we have a stipulation in place already for Tom. If you don't sign by this date, Tom will fight this man.
Here's the bigger thing, though. We talked about JDM getting injured. There's a huge chance, a bigger chance Jon Jones gets injured.
That's
doing all this bull. So if I was Dana White, I'd be fucking fuming.
Yeah.
Fuming.
But the problem is Dana's not fuming. I mean, Dana is a little bit, but Dana's adding to the problem by not letting go of the fight.
Yeah.
Let it go, Dana. Like the fucking song says.
It's so crazy that just a little while ago we were talking about, Guetta and Jones. I was like, yeah, fucking book that fucking super fight. Pieta loses. They don't even book this. It's like perfect example. Like JDM was about to fight Leon. He gets it. Everything just falls differently.
Well, just because you just mentioned Pereira, I gotta drop this out. And it's something that I've been thinking about the UFC for a long time, which is they keep like playing with other fighters' careers. And it gets glorified as like, oh, like the Dan Ige story. Taking the fight on 3 days notice. I'm a badass. I saved the UFC. I'm such a badass. Got a pay raise. And that gets celebrated. And then it gets like Dana with Islam Makhachev, how he fights guys on 3 days notice. And how Dana White goes, oh my God, you're such a badass. I'm going to put that on the wall. You deserve to be on the wall. You know what I mean? He does that because he's trying to brainwash people into thinking like the more company decisions you do, the better. And they just tried to do that with Alex Pereira, right? They called him, they offered him a fucking fight on International Fight Week to save the day because they don't got shit. You know what I mean? Because they don't got enough eggs cooking. So they call Pereira. Pereira says no. They say, fine, Pereira, we'll give your title shot to fucking someone else. Apparently, Yuri got offered a fight on International Fight Week. He turned it down because he's fucking in school. So think about that. Pereira turns it down. UFC says, okay, fine, we're going to give it to Yuri. And then Pereira goes on his social media, says that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Then he says he's getting hacked. But these are the things. The UFC is playing games and being disingenuous with these fighters, with the fans. And really, they just need to start playing things by the book. You know what I mean? Play on people's timelines. Stop forcing everybody to like all these shortcuts. They're taking, right? You eventually got to pay it up somewhere down the line, and that's what's happening. They've taken so many shortcuts on putting these fights together, right? That finally there's nobody left now. You've burnt out your whole bench.
You burn your bridges.
Your whole bench that was fucking loaded with fucking people on reserve, they're burnt out. You used all of them. Look how much they used Buckley last year.
Guys that were dedicated too.
Buckley filled in and fought Nursultan right on like 30 days notice. The whole shuffle with Colby Covington, Ian Gary, Shavkat, you know what I mean? Buckley came in, saved the day there. Pereira saved the day multiple times last year. Like, they're literally burnt out the whole bench. They're still calling Pereira to save the day on like 3 months notice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying they're burning out their whole bench. Like, it's burnt out. There's nowhere else to go. That's why you're not getting the fights made.